turned into a bunch of bitches, you know? It's a bunch of everybody's scared to say what's on their mind. Everybody, the cancel culture got everybody scared. And what's funny is, I think the people that's most scared, it's not, I do stand up every weekend. I say the craziest on stage. The audience, I'm here to tell you, still wants to laugh.
Yeah.
Social media has sent the wrong messages to the media, and the media grabs hold to those things. They feed them to the executives, and now the executives are scared to spend money, and they're scared to take chances. In order for great things to happen, you have to have the balls to bet and go, you know what? I'm going with my instincts. You know, right now, nobody's working off instinct no more. My instincts are a lot more crystal clear because I'm on a stage working them every weekend. I'm always going to be the smartest guy in the room about a joke and why it works and where's the line and how to go too far. You're supposed to go too far, and then you can bring it back. But if you don't go too far, you don't get to ooh. That means they ain't listening. So you want to go get them in the nerve. Ooh, okay, good.
Marlon Waynes just broke down and exposed the truth about cancel culture, which is super shocking, and glad to see this a few days for the election. Breaking down how cancel culture really, it starts from a authentic interaction, like him standing on stage giving out comedy, and it transitions to something completely different when social media gets his hand on it, mainly Twitter. When Twitter gets his hand on it, someone will typically show a short clip of a segment. That pisses off a lot of people, which leads to someone being canceled, which leads to directors, executives, etc. Anyone that has invested money and time into the project, they will fear pushing any type of content similar to that again because they feel like, oh, our project is being canceled because of the backlash on social media. But truthfully, it truly just be because of one person taking something out of context. Now, something that is very important about this is that Marlon Waynes is stating that because most cancel culture comes from segments that are taken out of context, that cancel culture as a whole is ruining media. Because when you think about it, what he's saying, if Bernie Mac was to exist in this era, he would be canceled before he had the opportunity to be great. If people got segments of some of Bernie Mac's stand-up comedy, he would get canceled. But that's when you don't take the whole meal. That's what happens when you get a package and you don't take the whole meal on it. If you're just looking at the small segment of a comedian standing on stage, that's like only leaving with fries from McDonald's. You're going to have to get those nuggets too and understand what the full thing was about. And when you're only getting pieces of something, it gives you a false perception of what the entire thing is. If McDonald's only served fries, or if you only had fries at McDonald's in your entire life and never had any of the, I hate to call it entrees, but burgers, nuggets, tenders, whatever, you really wouldn't have a perception of what McDonald's is. You would only be given a small lens. You'll be seeing McDonald's through a small lens and given small portions of what it is as a whole. And that's what we're seeing with cancel culture. We're given things in a very, very small package that is a part of something so much larger, and we're told to be outraged about what we're seeing. This in turn prevents comedians, actors, artists, entertainers, any type of way, from wanting to go out in the world and make content because they fear of one person, just one, creating an army of people that is furious with what they said or what they done. So what he's saying is true. And Marlon Waynes is obviously a liberal. You know, he's someone that has defended his transgender child, which that doesn't make you a liberal. I guess someone could say it makes him human in a way. But he's defending his child and advocates for liberal ideologies. We'll just say that for the defense of YouTube. And for him to come out and say this, it really does tell that we're becoming more centered in America, that you can be a liberal or you can even be far left. I would consider Marlon Wayne somewhat far left. You could be far left and still understand that cancel culture is bad for culture as a whole. It matters more when liberals start speaking out against their own problems, because that's how you see real change. It's one thing for conservatives not to like cancel culture. It's another for liberals to start saying, okay, this is hurting. And unfortunately, what we're seeing is liberals are starting to speak out against cancel culture because it's starting to hurt them. These comedians that's talking out against cancel culture, they've said things in the past that have been getting resurfaced. And when it does get resurfaced, they get ratioed, and people say, well, I can't believe you said something so disgusting, etc., over things that they said in the past that was acceptable back then. So in a way, it's somewhat selfish, but who says selfishness can't help the majority? I think it's great for the culture as a whole. Like I said, we're a day before election day. Any type of disagreement, any type of frustration with any liberal ideology or lifestyle is a plus for conservatives as a whole. These are the W's that we should always keep account of, celebrate, and try to imitate, make them happen again. For people like Marlon Waynes, shouts out to him for being bold enough to come out and speak out about this. And hopefully we can just reach the center a little bit and enjoy media again. We can enjoy comedy again. We can enjoy televisions again. We can enjoy elections again. It doesn't have to be knife at throat when it's time to vote. I'm hoping that this is a sign of things to come, of us sharing our grievances together, sharing our plight together, saying that I miss comedy too. Let's agree on this. We need to start finding small victories between conservatives and liberals. We need to start finding small things that we care about. It used to be fight for the children. Well, if it's comedy, make it comedy. We just need to find something that we all can agree on, or something that we all can disagree with. And that's how we start to get centered. 9/11 was a devastating day, but 9/12 was probably one of the most united eras in American history, at least one of the most united days, because we had a common enemy and we had a common plight. We were against terrorism, and we all felt bad about the Twin Towers, which led us to be unified. I'm not saying that we need a great Black Swan event or something toxic or negative to bring us together, but we need to start seeing the problems in our country and agree that they're a problem. That way we can start agreeing together on everything else. Because in my opinion, for the most part, we're one and the same. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, click the notification bell. And I'll see you guys out there when it's time to vote. Unless you voted early. I will be going out tomorrow, but I'll be posting more today. So see you soon.